Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson was yesterday, a fight that millions around the world watched to see the all-time great Mike Tyson, a legend who has young fans all the way up to old fans, the most popular boxer to exist right now, step back in the ring. Jake Paul, a guy that many people hate, but of course many people know, whether it's from YouTube, whether it's from Disney, whether it's from Vine, or whether it's of course being a troll in boxing. This fight, when announced, got a lot of criticism. Jake Paul in his 20s, young, prime, strong, against Mike Tyson, who's pushing 60. Now, I made a video months back saying that this fight is not going to go the way many people think. Many people think that Mike Tyson is going to win. Knock out Jake Paul. Jake Paul is going to die. And I said, no, that's not going to happen. Jake Paul is young. Already, he's working hard. He's actually putting a lot of time in boxing, whether you like it or not. He's young, he's stronger, he's getting better, and Mike Tyson's only getting worse. He's getting older. Once Mike Tyson walked out in that knee brace, I knew it was wraps. A lot of people saw those quick 5-second bursts that Mike Tyson was posting on social media, hitting the mitts, and thought that that was enough to beat Jake Paul. That wasn't the case. And a lot of people who thought Mike Tyson was going to win, one, either does not watch boxing, or two, hasn't watched boxing since Mike Tyson literally was in his prime. I said before that Jake Paul was going to get a boring, unanimous decision, and that's exactly what happened. Jake has been taking the sport of boxing seriously, whether you like it or not. He could really be considered a serious prospect right now in the cruiserweight division. I get it, it's a crazy thing to say, but he has all the money, he has all the time. He didn't have to struggle like, of course, a lot of other boxers do when they're coming up. He has everything he needs to succeed. Anybody who knows the business of boxing knows that this is just a money fight. $20 million I heard Mike Tyson was offered. Of course he's going to accept that. A good thing about the actual card though was, well, it was a pretty good undercard. The Mario Barrios fight was pretty good, and of course Katie Taylor versus Amanda Serrano, their rematch, a great fight. Even though the decision wasn't the best, it still was an amazing fight. You know, every time those two step in the ring, it's going to be a good fight. That's exactly what happened. But once again, once I saw Mike Tyson walk out into the ring with a knee brace on, I knew it was not going to be good. And the fight starts, and a good first round. I mean, that's really all I thought Mike Tyson was going to have the chance to win, is a first round stoppage, which was very rare to begin with. His footwork was lacking, of course. I mean, listen, this is not a diss at Mike Tyson, but pushing 60 years old, I mean, it's common sense now that the reality is he cannot win a fight like this. Mike Tyson was known for a great bob and weave style, great footwork for heavyweight, being very, very quick, very fast for heavyweight. That's what he was so known for, of course, on top of his power. He showed signs of that, of course, but very slow, very predictable. Jake's timing was perfect. He knew when Mike Tyson was going to move, when he wasn't, what he was going to throw. You know, Mike Tyson was also waiting for Jake Paul to throw punches, for Mike Tyson to even throw a punch. He rarely was leading hooks, throwing jabs. And I gotta really respect Jake Paul in the later rounds of the fight. He could have easily hurt Mike Tyson. He could have easily stopped Mike Tyson. He could have teed off on Mike Tyson's head. It's common sense. In the sixth round, this could have been happening. Roy Jones Jr. knew that though, because when the woman announcer said, you know, why isn't Jake teeing off? Roy Jones Jr. said, I hope not. And he shouldn't be. That's good. Exactly. He shouldn't be teeing off because he could have did some damage to Mike Tyson. You can't be doing that to a guy who doesn't need to get hurt and is on his way out, obviously there for the money. Now, people are saying also that it was scripted. I don't think it was scripted, but I also think that, you know, both of them were on the same page where, hey, let's just put on a good fight for the fans. I don't think it was scripted to the point where Mike Tyson really could have won if he tried. Okay, I don't think it was that scripted. I think Mike Tyson simply could not have won no matter the circumstances. People really just took this fight too seriously. I mean, seriously, what did you think was going to happen? You thought a 58-year-old was going to knock out Jake Paul, who's been boxing, been very active, put a lot of size onto him. Jake Paul's been getting very big already, put a lot of size onto him. You really think that a 58-year-old is going to knock out somebody like Jake Paul? I mean, listen, you've been boxing for at least 2 years. At least 2 years, taking it serious, get some pro fights. You're probably not going to lose to Mike Tyson, a 58-year-old Mike Tyson. Alrighty, it's just how the reality is. Whether you're Jake Paul or somebody who just started 2 years ago, had some pro fights, it's tough. Alrighty, the speed's not there. It's no different than a sparring match. And let me just say, Netflix streaming, that was pretty bad. And I'm kind of worried because I'm a Steelers fan. There's some Steeler games, there's some Christmas games, there's some NFL games going to be happening on Netflix in the future. We can't be having this. I guess, of course, so many people are watching. Maybe that's an issue, but hey, you want to, of course, broadcast sports, you want to broadcast live events, you better be on it. The buffering was pretty bad. The quality was pretty bad, especially when I was watching that Katie Taylor versus Amanda Serrano fight. The quality was pretty bad. It was buffering. Of course, so many people were having issues. You can't be having that. But listen, it was a good event, cool event to see Mike Tyson back. You know, I'm really grateful that Jake Paul, of course, didn't hurt him when he could have. I mean, a lot of people should be grateful for that. And listen, Mike Tyson's a grown man. He accepted that fight. Nobody forced him to. He wanted it. $20 million. Hey, of course I'd accept it. Can't blame him. Alrighty. Same thing with Jake Paul. I know he got paid more. You know, I think the fight was fine. I get it. Don't take it serious. It's a real pro fight. Adds on to Mike Tyson's record. But if you're really a real boxing fan, this should not persuade you away from boxing. People saying boxing died. It did not die. All right, if you're a boxing fan, you know that this fight is not serious. It has nothing to do with real boxing. We have Alexander Usyk versus Tyson Fury happening in over a little over a month now. That's real boxing, okay? Boxing did not die. We have so many other great fights coming up. Boxing did not die. It's, in fact, getting better. Alrighty, don't let a Jake Paul fight say boxing's dying. What's next for Jake Paul? I don't know. Maybe Andre Ward. Andre Ward was there, of course, as an announcer. I'd like to see that, actually. That'd be pretty cool. Andre Ward come back. I don't know who's going to win, honestly. Jake Paul has power. He's bigger. But it's Andre Ward. Andre Ward's been inactive for almost 10 years now, so anything could happen. But that'd definitely be a good fight to see. Give Andre Ward a 10-week camp and make that fight happen. That would be actually a very good fight, believe it or not. Very good fight, believe it or not. But let me know what you guys think of the Mike Tyson fight. I mean, come on. It's nothing that I didn't expect. I knew it was going to be boring. I knew Jake Paul was going to win, and that's that. But still, pretty cool in that. I'm glad we got to see that good women's fight. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys think down below. I'm out, guys. Peace.